Yeah, the next 2 days, big climbs, Alpe d'Huez in a couple of days. So that's going to be exciting, but it might go crazy today.
Je pense que les meilleurs grimpeurs qui vont émerger en cette deuxième semaine seront le cas jusqu'à Paris.
Compared to the next 2 days, today is just a warm-up, but I think also today there can be some attacks.
Stage 10 of the Tour de France between Martin and Megève. 148.1 kilometers of racing today. 161 riders at the start, 4 non-starters. Number 2, Bennett. Number 31, O'Connor. Number 180.
It's really a difficult situation. We were riding every day together, but just hope that nothing will transmit to the others.
Problème pour Benjamin Thomas, problème de chaussures pour Benjamin Thomas, Coppilis pour Benjamin Thomas, problème de chaussures.
A short and punchy stage to begin week 2, 148 kilometres between Morzine and the Megève Altiport, with a long final climb of 19 kilometres. Alexis Goujar was the first man to get a small gap, but he was soon swallowed up by the peloton. With lots of teams keen to hunt down a stage victory, it took over 50 kilometres for an attack to stick. 4 very experienced riders going clear: Philippe Gilbert, Pierre Rolland, Dylan van Baarle and Luis Leon Sanchez. They didn't pose any major threat to the yellow jersey. The highest placed man, Sanchez, began the day over 10 minutes down on Tadej POGAČAR. They would soon be joined by a host of other riders, although Gilbert nearly took a tumble around one sharp left-hander.
Philippe Gilbert is the rider, driving things on, and Gilbert almost lost it.
There were 25 riders in the break, and it quickly became clear that they would contest the stage victory. The best placed overall was Lennard KÄMNA, 8 minutes 43 off the pace, the German with fond memories of the Megève Altiport, having taken his first professional win there 2 years ago. Gilbert, the oldest rider at the race, was joined at the front by the youngest, Quinn Simmons. Ineos Grenadiers had options with Van Baarle and Filippo Ganna, while Christophe Laporte was up there for Jumbo-Visma. Young guns Matteo Jorgensen and Andreas Leknesson were also in the mix, along with Jon Izagirre, who won a Tour stage in the other direction in 2016 between Megève and Morzine. Only 4 teams missed the move: UAE Team Emirates, AG2R Citroën, Groupama FDJ and Quickstep Alpha Vinyl.
We just see our Bettiol going on the attack.
Attention, manifestation devant l'homme de tête, il y a des gens sur la route. Nous sommes arrêtés.
L'écart constaté était de 7 minutes 25 sur le peloton, 7 minutes 25 sur le peloton et Bettiol avait 20 secondes d'avance.
C'est reparti à l'avant à la fois pour Bettiol et pour ses anciens compagnons d'échappée qui étaient juste derrière.
Alberto Bettiol remained the solo leader until the foot of the final climb, although he was only a handful of seconds ahead of the chase group. With the peloton a long way back, KÄMNA had a chance to take the yellow jersey off POGAČAR's shoulders. There was also a prestigious stage win up for grabs.
Bettiol gritting his teeth, working his way hard towards the top, but only 10 seconds now between him and 3 chasers.
Quatuor Van Baarle s'apprête à opérer la jonction avec le groupe de tête, alors que le reste du groupe, le groupe KÄMNA, est à 25 secondes. Ils sont 8 en tête, puisque le groupe Van Baarle opère la jonction.
Big attack on the left-hand side. Bettiol says, well, let's have another go. Bettiol and Zimmerman now the leading duo. The American rider, Jorgensen,
closing the gap very quickly on the head of the race with these 2 riders.
Alberto Bettiol, the EF is dropped
And another attack comes from Luis Leon Sanchez as he jumps clear. Jorgensen of Boise, Idaho believes now that he can haul back Luis Leon Sanchez. Schultz now goes. The momentum is out of the breakaway and Dylan van Baarle joins them. Luis Leon Sanchez goes. Magnus Cort is in a perfect position. Nick Schultz from Brisbane in Australia on the wheel, but get ready for the Dane. Magnus Cort, who's chased a stage win since we left Copenhagen. They cruise in towards the finish line. Nick Schultz hits it now. Schultz, the better climber. Magnus Cort opens up the gas on the line. Oh, photograph. That was absolutely stunning racing. Magnus Cort wins the stage. Lennard KÄMNA waiting. He knows this is so close to a yellow jersey. Pogačar sprinting for all he's worth. VINGEGAARD on his wheel, 8:53. Lennard KÄMNA is going to just miss out on a yellow jersey by about 10 seconds.
For me, my type of rider, it can't be any bigger than this. And the Tour de France is just the biggest race now. And being able to do it again. In my first tour, I won a stage, and I've been here a few times without, but every year really wanting and trying, and it's unbelievable to do it again.
Well, after Carcassonne in 2018, Cort does it again in Megève in 2022, taking it by a whisker from Tour debutant Nick Schultz. Pogačar held on to yellow by just 11 seconds. KÄMNA leaps up from 21st to 2nd overall. VINGEGAARD slips to 3rd. It's as you were in the points classification, with Van Aert still a long way ahead of Fabio Jakobsen. Simon Geschke has a slender lead in the mountains classification, but there are lots of points on offer in the coming days. Pogačar is the best young rider as ever, with Jorgensen and Leknesson closing the gap on the podium. And thanks to Van Baarle, Ineos have extended their lead in the team's classification before 2 decisive days in the Alps. But it is perhaps COVID rather than the mountains that could derail Pogačar's bid for a Tour treble.
When you get the one positive in your own bubble, then it's just worrying, stress, and yeah, I hope we survive until the finish.